नमस्कार दोस्तों, मैं हूं चित्रता सान्याल। मणिपुर में चल रही हिंसा को अब तो 3 महीने हो गए हैं, लेकिन शांति का कोई रास्ता निकलता हुआ नजर नहीं आ रहा है। इधर दिल्ली में खबर है कि गृह मंत्री अमित शाह मणिपुर के आदिवासी नेताओं से मिलने वाले हैं। उधर मणिपुर में बीते शुक्रवार को 5 लोगों को मार दिया गया और कई घरों को जला दिया। इस बीच एक और खबर ये आई है कि कुकी पीपल्स अलायंस ने मणिपुर सरकार से समर्थन वापस लेने का फैसला कर लिया है। मणिपुर के ताजा हालातों, शांति की संभावना और सरकार से समर्थन वापस लेने के मसले पर बातचीत के लिए हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं कुकी पीपल्स अलायंस के नेता विल्सन लालम हांगसिंग। मिस्टर विल्सन, मणिपुर में 3 महीने से हिंसा हो रही है। आपकी पार्टी इस हिंसा के लिए मुख्यमंत्री एन वीरेंद्र सिंह और सत्ताधारी दल बीजेपी को जिम्मेदार बताती रही है, लेकिन सरकार से समर्थन वापस लेने का फैसला लेने में आप लोगों ने इतनी देरी क्यों कर दी है?
In the first place, our support was an outside support. We were not part of the government. It was an outside support based on issues. We were already very skeptical when we supported the government. In any case, we took a broad view and said, let's see if we can work out something, because since 4-5 years, things were already very antagonistic. There was a negative campaign of hate and twisting of historical facts, and there was an propaganda and anti-propaganda against the Kukis. So we were already very skeptical when we supported it. So when on the 3rd of May the violence started, of course the knee-jerk reaction would be to immediately withdraw it. But at that point of time, we felt like we were not in the government. We were already outside, and it was based on issues. So it was already automatic. If it is based on issues, then we don't support it anyway. So it went on, and the violence took place, and everybody was displaced, including myself. Even the president his house was burnt. My house was destroyed. My brother's house was destroyed. We got scattered in all different directions. And the need of the hour at that time was our own keeping our soul, body and soul together. And later on, it was later on only after maybe a month or so, then we started thinking, well, maybe we should formally withdraw the support. But there was another opinion. It doesn't make any difference. It is inconsequential because it was an issue-based support we gave anyway. But finally, there is some pressure from the public also. And for whatever reasons, we felt that there was a public opinion that we should formally withdraw the support, the conditional support, which it was conditional anyway from the beginning. Conditional means if it is not according to our condition, it automatically is withdrawn anyway. So we decided to withdraw this formally last week. But because of connectivity problems, and we could not talk to each other, and then we had to make a draft and send it around. And finally, on Friday, we had it drafted and we sent it to a headquarters in Churachandpur, in Lamka, as of now. But again, the connectivity was not working, and things like that. Emails were not working. But I think this morning they managed to send it through. Or was it yesterday? I don't know. Yesterday, I think. Yesterday. So that's how things have happened.
मिस्टर हांगसिंग, बीजेपी में भी 7 विधायक कुकी समुदाय के हैं। क्या आपके इस फैसले का मकसद इन विधायकों पर दबाव बनाने का तो नहीं है?
This is always a topic of discussion whenever we sit together, all the 10 MLAs and other party members and maybe civil society. This is always a topic of discussion. And withdrawal was always on the cards. But there was another opinion saying that we have already made our statements, our stand clear. It is for the government to disqualify them or eject them from their seats or whatever. We were waiting for that kind of action from the government side. Till now, it has not come. In any case, our decision is for the KPA, for the BJP segment of the Kuki group, that they have to take a decision. And I'm sure they would be also under some kind of ideological pressure or public opinion pressure to follow suit. We don't know yet. And the problem is we're all scattered. And most of the time we're not able to communicate because some of them go to Manipur where there's no connectivity and whatever. We're not able to sit together. I think they will finally do what is required. It's up to them.
मिस्टर हांगसिंग, क्या ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि नागा विधायक भी ये रास्ता अपनाएं, क्योंकि नागा संगठन कुकी आदिवासियों के समर्थन में खड़ा दिखाई दे रहा है?
Well, I personally am not involved in these parleys, but I believe there are always feelers sent from our side to them and from them to us. We are all in talks all the time, and in fact, the assembly was called. Has been called. You know it also, and they have also announced that they will not attend that assembly, as also with all the Kuki MLAs. So we are at least together on this point.
ये खबर मिल रही है सर कि अमित शाह ITLF के आदिवासी नेताओं से मिल रहे हैं। क्या आपको भी बातचीत का न्योता मिला है?
The ITLF is a representative and umbrella organization of all the Kuki CSOs to a large extent, and they also have the authority and sanctity of the MLAs also. They have been together in their formation also. So I'm sure whatever they say would be in line with all of us. I mean, we would be talking in the same tune. And the ITLF also, as I gather about this situation, that they have been coming through the Mizoram Chief Minister, who kind of organized this meeting with the Home Minister. So it is a channel. Maybe it's a kind of a back channel because talks are already going on. Maybe this is another back channel to sort out other loose ends. We don't know. Actually, I don't know it because I'm not in Delhi either. I'm out of circuit, and well, I'll try to find out when it happens.
मिस्टर हांगसिंग, मणिपुर में एक्स्ट्रा फोर्स भेजी गई है। क्या आप मानते हैं कि इससे कुछ फायदा होगा?
See, I'll give you the example of Haryana. The violence has stopped in 24 hours. Isn't it? They put all the rioters in lockup. They have been arrested. Now it's stopped. Why can't they do that in Manipur? They know exactly who are the rioters. They're a very organized band of people who have been well rehearsed, well trained. They are well regimented. Each one has their role. One segment has the role of arson. One segment has a role of looting, pillage. One segment has a role of maybe throwing bombs or incendiary guns. They have, and another one has the controller has a signal of beating the nearest electric post, clanging it. It is organized system, and they are there in every locality, and they know anything so organized cannot go unknown by the police. They know each and every one of them. If they want to stop the violence, just put these in jail. The violence will stop.
मिस्टर हांगसिंग, हमने मणिपुर में ये देखा कि कुकी और मेतेई दोनों तरफ ही हथियार है और युद्ध जैसे हालात बने हुए हैं।
See, we know for sure that all these arms have come from the police armory, and out of 10 so-called looting of those armories, 9 of them have happened in the valley, and all these guns in numbering 5 to 7,000 are with the mob in the valley. And there was only one instance of looting by the populace of maybe I think it was in Kambupi area. One police station was looted, and about 500 guns were taken by the mob. Now, as far as I know, the one of the Sioux groups who were involved in the talks have taken responsibility and recollected all these arms, numbering about 500, and they have been put back in the armory. This is what happened in the hills. The same is not being done in the valley. In fact, the Kokomi themselves have openly said we will not return these guns. And on top of that, just 3 days back, more arms were looted. More arms, ammunition, bombs were looted, again, numbering 1,000 arms and many more in the form of ammunition and bombs. So this is happening in the valley. Now, if the police wants to control this, they know it. Especially when the Kokomi themselves say that we will not return, it means they know it. And they are the people who have called for an assembly now. The government of Imphal, I would not even call it government of Manipur, government of Imphal, the Meitei government is now ruled by the mob, by the Mera Paidis and the Kokomi, who are basically fascist organizations. They have declared war, open war on the Kukis. They have to control the violence is there in the valley. The hills are only defending and reacting to the valley. If the valley stops, the hills will automatically stop.
Mr. Hangsingh, कोकोमी ने ये मांग की है कि विधानसभा का विशेष सत्र बुलाया जाए जिसमें नार्को आतंकवाद पर चर्चा हो। आप इस मांग पर क्या कहेंगे?
Who are they to call assembly? Assembly is to be called by the speaker or the chief minister, the leader of the house. These are outside people. These are civil society organizations, which means Manipur government has collapsed. There's no governance. It has lost all its legitimacy. If an organization like Kokomi can demand an assembly, who the hell are they? And if there was a need for calling such, what was the elected members doing? What was the leader of the house doing? What was the speaker doing? The machinery has collapsed. It is an indication that there's no governance in Manipur anymore.
Mr. Hangsingh, राज्य के जो विपक्षी दल है और बीजेपी के जो कुकी एमएलए हैं, वो सभी ये मांग कर रहे हैं कि मुख्यमंत्री एन वीरेंद्र सिंह को हटाया जाए। पर ऐसा लग रहा है कि केंद्र सरकार किसी भी तरह से एन वीरेंद्र सिंह को हटाना नहीं चाहती है। ऐसे में आपका अगला कदम क्या होने वाला है?
Demand for Chief Minister's removal has been raised by many of the civil society organizations, be it in the valley or be it in the hills. But the KPA as an organization, or as a political party, and also the 10 MLAs, at least to my knowledge, have not raised the issue of the CM being removed, or even the presidential rule being imposed. Because our stand is that we want separation, and we are already separated. Whatever you do in the valley, we're not bothered anymore. We have no locus standi. And if you if you want to throw the CM in the dustbin, or you want to put him in a pedestal, stick him up like a goat on a pedestal, it's your problem. We have nothing to say in the matter. Our demands are separate now. You formalize our separation, give us a separate administration. What you want to do with the Kanglei Park government or Meitei government is your problem. It is not. We have no locus standi anymore. This is our stand.
मिस्टर हांसिंह, आप लोग ये मांग कर रहे हैं कि कुकी लोगों के लिए एक अलग से सेपरेट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन होना चाहिए। क्या आपको लगता है कि ऐसा करने से ही मणिपुर में शांति बहाल हो सकती है?
What is the other option? The other option is force us to go back to the valley, to live like before. Can things be rewound and brought back to status quo ante, like it was before? We lived together without any fear from all these rioters, and you want us to send our women and children back to that killing fields, where it is infested with zombies. I mean, infested zombies. I can call them rabid zombies, waiting to eat you up or kill you. How can we send our women, children there for school or whatever? Even we cannot go there. That's not normal. I mean, the other option amounts to that. The only option for peace is to separate us. Put a strong fence of administrative fencing between us, and then we can talk to each other on equal terms, with equal respect, equal regard to each other, and we will talk about living as good neighbors, because we will need each other. We will be living there. We can't take the piece of land and go to another planet. We have to live there. They also have to live there. We have to live together, but live together as neighbors, not as subjects or subjugated people like that has happened in the last 70 years. We are fed up.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.